I've got both of my EFI32 bootloader machines here, so let's talk about them. So now I've booted up my Mac Mini, it's sitting right there, and it's booted into Lion, and you're probably like, wait, what? Why are you running Lion? This is supposed to be El Cap. Well, the reason why I haven't switched yet back to El Capitan, it's on the hard drive, it's just not, I haven't booted it yet. It is because I actually used this to bridge the internet to my Mac Pro, and that is because my Mac Pro doesn't have any Wi-Fi, as you will soon see later. So if I pop into my network settings here, you can see here, Bluetooth, Ethernet, Wi-Fi, Firewire. They're all there, and it's sharing by Firewire, that's why it's disconnected. Shouldn't say connected, but it does. Don't really know why. It does. It does. So that's why that's there. Now you're probably like, well, you could do the same in El Cap, right? Well, that's a problem that I will show you when I actually boot into El Cap. So I'll click the startup disk here. Oh well, maybe I won't, because I want to boot default into this. So I'll pop into the Apple menu here and I'll restart the computer quick. Ow. Well, the good news is this time, yeah, and I got my mouse back. The good news is this time, it didn't actually brick it, which it did last time, so, with Yosemite. So, it might brick it. Nope, there it goes. Hey, we're back in. There we go, the dock loaded in. I assume the menu bar just has to load in correctly now. There it goes. Yep, menu bar's in now. It's not being very fast, so I'll quit out. There we go. I don't need iTunes open. I don't need iTunes open. I don't need messages open. So you can see here, this is my Mac Mini. It's booted up into El Capitan 10.11.5. It won't run 10.11.6. I've tried. It doesn't work. Something I will say here though is that it was a bigger pain in the butt to put El Capitan on this Mac Mini than it was to put El Capitan on my Mac Pro. They both have the same EFI boot, but yet this one was just, it was so much worse, and it was just bad. Now, as you can see here, there's no Wi-Fi up here on this one, and that is, it just doesn't work with it. I've tried it, it doesn't work. So if I go to network here, into the control panel here, you can see it will eventually let me into the network, eventually. Normally it's not this slow. There we go. But you can see here, Wi-Fi is there, and if I turn it on, if I pop it in the menu bar, you can see it's trying to load a network here, but ultimately it will fail. It can't find any networks. I was close. I remember getting the Keck stuff there. I'm like, wait, what? I was like, and then I clicked on it. I'm like, of course there has to be another problem, and that is Wi-Fi does not work. I've tried it before. It doesn't work. It won't show any networks. I need to replace the Wi-Fi card in the Mac Mini here because it just doesn't support what I'm trying to use on it. It doesn't support the Wi-Fi card that's in there already, and putting a manual Kex on there doesn't work. Otherwise though, it works perfectly fine, just about. You can see this could pop up here, so things are, oop, my location's in there. Yeah, never mind, don't load. Yeah, otherwise everything works fine. There's some garbage in the trash, obviously, that maybe makes sense. What is this? There we go. Trash is now emptied. I always put the volume down. The speaker is dying in here. So it makes it a lot more of a pain in the butt to use the computer because the speaker's already faint and the speaker is dying now. By the way though, the window movement is still super smooth. Like, look at this. I didn't expect that at all. Even though it doesn't have pixel acceleration, it's still very smooth. No, I just need to hide this serial number. There it is. So you can see here, it is a mid-2007 Mac Mini, 10.11.5. I tried putting 10.11.6 on it. It did not work just because the Mac Mini does not support, man, it got dark in here. You can see down on the bottom, the dock is not transparent. The menu bar is not transparent, although it does look a little better because I am running on El Cap and the background's the sky, so it's a little harder to tell what that. There's not been a macOS version that makes the dock look transparent. So yeah, that does kind of suck. I wish that wasn't the case, but that's just how it is. But otherwise, yeah, this computer works perfectly fine. I've had no issues with it other than the speaker, like I mentioned. And I did have to put Kext utility in here. And the reason why I have Kext utility is because in order to put Wi-Fi, the Kext on there, I at least want the Kext showing up because then it doesn't bug you about it and find my iPhone that this Mac doesn't have Wi-Fi. It does, it just doesn't work, but it still gives you extra features even if you don't have working Wi-Fi. So that's in my utilities folder. Not on my Mac Pro. My Mac Pros had no issues, so I haven't needed to put Kext utility on it. The only apps that don't work right are Maps and Launchpad. Maps doesn't show anything, like it's the graphics card isn't supported, so it makes sense. And Launchpad opens, but it takes, gosh darn it, forever. Like, watch this. And there you go. You can see that it finally loaded in. I can't swipe pages if I try, like you can see. Like, that's pretty bad. I don't have multiple pages on this computer. I don't need multiple, but that's just, yeah, it's just bad. So I'll just click out of that. There we go. We're out. Yeah, everything works. Spotlight works. I can even move the box around without lag, which is nice. The only things that lag are big windows, and then it barely lags at all, or quick look windows. They lag when you drag them around. Kind of stupid how that works. Like, see here. It's not lagging as much as it used to. On Yosemite, it was pretty bad. El Capitan, they seem to slim things down a bit. So, yeah, it's now time to reboot this computer into Lion. It's time to boot this computer up. I mean, it's already booted up, so I just need to switch the input over. And yeah, we are now on the Mac Pro, and you can, maybe you could tell, you can see the dock is actually transparent on this one, which is nice. So yeah, you can see there's quite a bit of difference. I can open the Launchpad without it lagging to death. So you can see Mac Pro, it doesn't show anything here, processor, memory, It's way better specs, got a better graphics card, but it sadly does not have Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. It's not that the cards don't work, it just doesn't exist. So I do need to buy cards for that. And I will be buying a card that supports handoff and continuity and all that stuff, because that would just be really nice to have, a card that just supports continuity and everything. And the good news is I can edit on this computer. It actually works really well. I didn't think that would be the case, but it really is the case. So yeah, it's really nice actually to be able to edit off of the thing, because it was actually very bad on my Mac, on my iMac that I used to have. It was really bad, like 5 frames a second. Yeah, you could edit 60 frames a second video on the iMac technically, but that's it, only technically. Sound worked out of the box, so that's nice. I didn't have to install a Kext for that. So yeah, you can see it's running 10.11.6. So I've got an NVIDIA GeForce in here, a GT 610. I would not be able to use that graphics card in a normal Mac Pro, so I'm very happy that I've got an older one because it lets you use NVIDIA cards on El Cap. It doesn't like this Mac Pro. You can't go any further than El Cap, which really kind of sucks, but that's just how it is. I just got to deal with it. So until I get at least a 3.1 Mac Pro or above, then I can do what I want to. And with like High Sierra and things. I'd probably put High Sierra just because I can use NVIDIA cards and I get Siri. It's like the best of both worlds there. So here's the 2 discs that again, and here's the disc formats that can be written. The other ones just had, the Mac Mini just had these 2 in the disc formats that can be written. So didn't have much support. Every Mac comes with that. By the way, what's funny is that it actually pops up if you hit specifications, important important information. user manual, all the da-da-da-da, it will pop up with the correct user manual for this computer. It does it for both. I don't know how it does it, but it's able to just successfully do it. That's the Mac Mini. I can't really... Ooh. So yeah, you can see the Mac Pro down there. That's the one that it pops it up for, which is really nice. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all later. Bye, guys.